Hey everyone, it's Matt Donahue with your weekly market update from Mission Financial Planners. It's coming out to you today on Tuesday, December 10th. We got a lot to talk about this week, but again, happy holidays, everyone. The clock is ticking, so go out, get your shopping done. Do what you got to do. But hope everybody's having a great holiday season so far. So let's get into it. Last week, the big news last week, the U.S. labor market recovered in really remained steady, I guess I should say. It added about 230,000 jobs in November, despite hurricanes, despite the labor strikes going on at some of the ports. Growth is really driven by two big sectors: healthcare and government hiring. There's also a lot going on in terms of construction, leisure, and transportation sectors. And while manufacturing's a little behind, steady hiring and wage gains are keeping the economy resilient. This week, we're going to see a lot of stuff coming out. We have wholesale inventories, consumer and core CPI, producer and import price indices, and then the federal budget and jobless claims are coming out as well. So there's a lot that you'll see in the headlines this week. We have a great quote from a philosophy standpoint from Seneca this week. It boils down into time is our most irreplaceable asset, yet we think too little of wasting it. So, as a lot of you know who know me, I'm really into metal. I went to go see Iron Maiden a few weeks ago. It makes me think of one of their songs called Wasted Years, right? Don't waste your time, right? If you've got stuff to do, go do it. If you've got things you want to do, go do it. If you need to put together a great financial plan so you can go do the stuff and things you want to do, talk to us. We'd be happy to help you with that. We'd be happy to help you with that. Tax tips. Hey, if you have a hobby that makes money, we've got a lot of guidance this week in our full blog post. So you'll want to go to our website and check that out. But we've got a lot in there to help you figure out, is it a hobby or is it a business, especially from a tax standpoint. The IRS looks at 9 key factors. I'm not going to get into those today, but then there's a bunch of other stuff you want to think about too, in terms of, hey, you know what, if this is a business, or if you have a business where you work at home, how much of your home is now deductible to you, right? So you want to check that out. The other thing is take a look at IRS Free File. If you're under 73,000 that you're reporting, it can be a really useful tool. From an investment standpoint, and we're on our last chance planning checklist. That's a mouthful. This week, we're talking about investments and insurance. How do they interact? Most of you have had a fantastic year. Our partners at Kestra Investment Management have done a great job. Our partners at City National Rockdale, they have also done a great job for our clients. But in years like this, sometimes people think, oh my gosh, is it all going to fall off a cliff next year? Is it what's going to potentially happen? Well, don't forget, you should be looking at everything as a financial asset, because if we have like a severe downturn at some point, like we've experienced in the past, and then maybe some other things happen to go wrong, like maybe in your personal life, like somebody dies unexpectedly or somebody has a health incident that occurs where suddenly there's now some financial impacts that you weren't really thinking about as a possibility, but they happen at the wrong time. So what I mean by that is the market's done great this year. If and when it pulls back, what if something happens to you if and when it pulls back? What if something happens to your spouse or someone you care about? Well, now you've got this double issue going of the market pulled back. Maybe you're delaying some of the things you wanted to do because you're waiting for it to recover, but now you're spending more money because this other thing happened in your personal life. Well, the way to offset that risk, folks, is to use your insurance and have insurance that's structured so that it can support you in those bad times. And there's a lot of different things you can do. We've got a great article from JP Morgan today on how you should look at insurance potentially as a financial asset. Just remember, and this might be for all the regulators out there, just remember, life insurance is life insurance first. You have to have a need for life insurance, but some of the types of life insurance that are out there can also become pretty strong financial assets for you. In addition to that, a lot of them have what are called living benefits, where if something does happen to you or a spouse, you can access some of that money without having actually passed away. So when people are thinking, yeah, the market's been great this year, what do I have to do to maybe, lock in some of those gains? Hey, maybe diversify a little bit, right? Use some of those gains to go ahead and fund some other strategies that are just going to complement your growth going forward. If you want to know what that means, if you want to know what that might mean for you, let us know. You can always get a hold of us at 888-339-0093. Once again, 888-339-0093. Check out our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com, look for Mission Financial Planners and subscribe. You'll see the version of this and all of our previous workshops as well are posted there. But otherwise, folks, continue to have a great holiday season. Let us know if you have any questions. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.